What's up, everybody? How are we doing on our Sunday nights Force Nation team call? Dynamic Force and Diamond Force here. It is April 23rd, 2017, and we got some good information to share with you guys today. We're going to make it short and sweet. Two topics we want to cover and then get you guys going, all right? So before we get going, let me invite Rebecca on here real quick. I'm sure she may have a couple of announcements to make before we get going with the call. Rebecca.
I am pulling up. I finally got our Success Club leaderboard thing done right as I was finishing getting on here. So I'm trying to pull that up. So I just want to say, for one, I'm putting in top recruiters also. So Miss Sandy, you are our top recruiter.
Nice.
For the so far. My thing's on my, I can't see it. I have it on my pick monkey. And now it's like, hold on, I got it here. All right, and then Denise, you too. You've got two new people that you added to our team. I'll be posting this in the group, but Denise, is it 8 Success Club points? Nicole, is it 6?
Rock
Sandy,
on.
is it 4? Justine, 4. Tammy, 4. And then we've got a few more of you on there too. So everybody's kicking some butt, except for one person who's like speaking right now, who's got to crank it up a little bit. But Dee and Dave will be heading off to Mexico here in a few days, and then
Dominican Republic.
Dominican Republic.
Yeah.
Mexico's next year.
Next year is Mexico.
All right, I stand corrected. They're going on their fabulous trip.
Yes.
Here in a few days, and then next week is going to be our what is coaching call. So I really want a few of you to help me out with that, so we can make it pretty amazing. You don't have to be an expert at anything. You can just come on and tell your story, if nothing else. We don't need to make it super long or anything either. So that's about all I have right now. My computer keeps going on battery, so that's why I'm like moving around here. So that's all I got. Back to you, Dave.
Very cool. Yeah, and to piggyback off of that, the best thing about this, what we do is sharing our story and talking our story. We say it all the time, the way we have people connect with us and build that connective tissue with another person is to tell your story and relate, your story to other people. So that is actually a pretty good segue into what I want to talk about today. And I'm sure a lot of us have these issues, is handling objections. Okay. Show of hands. How many people deal with objections every single day? Show of hands. Yes. And I'm pretty sure I can guess this. The biggest objection is price, right? Show of hands. Whose biggest objection is price? Right. Okay. Simple fix for that, guys. Okay. I'm going to help you out here. Now, the main reason, and I learned this with, of course, Eric Worre, some other top leaders. When a person has an objection, is mainly for 3 reasons. Number one is, hold on, let me pull out my notes here. Let me not go from the top of my head. Hold on a second. I got you. Bear with me, guys. Hold on one second. I know it's here. Dee's making a coffee over there, so she's on her way here. We're going to talk to her. Talk amongst yourselves for a second. Okay, here we go. So, number one, they have a limiting belief about themselves, okay? Or they have a limiting belief about network marketing or the product itself. The third reason, okay, which is more important also, I believe, is that when you're speaking to the person, you have not shown them enough value in the product or the business opportunity for them to even have an objection. Because most of the time when somebody has an objection is because you haven't painted a picture for them to be certain about the outcome. When a person is uncertain of what the outcome could be, that creates uncertainty. That creates, an objection. That creates, maybe it's... But if they find that through your story, and if you create enough value for that person, then they're going to be ready to join right away. Or they'll have less of an objection. You know what I mean? If you show them enough value, if you talk about, what it's done for you, what it's done for somebody that you work with, what it's done, and how much it provides. If you speak about all the programs that we have with the All Access Challenge Pack, if we talk about what Shakeology has done for you, how people get the portion fix, how you get, how to eat properly with the portion control containers. If you talk on and on and on about what value you can give to this person, then there's less of a reason for them to have an objection. So I'm going to give you guys, hey, there she is. I'm going to give you guys, if you have a pen and paper, you might want to write this down, a little bit of a formula. You guys like a formula? You guys like a little step-by-step process of how to deal with objections? This hopefully can help, okay? So, very easy, 4 steps, okay? How to deal with an objection. Number 1 is you listen with respect. Listen and be attentive to what people say, okay? When you're sitting down with a prospect and you're speaking to them, ask them, questions. Denise does a fabulous job. And before I go on here, not because she's sitting next to me, but this woman right here kicks ass. If you haven't been in a room or even in the area to actually listen to her do a phone call, it's phenomenal. And you know what? As a matter of fact, here's what we're going to do. We're going to do something special. She don't know we're going to do this, but we're going to do this. One of these days this week, how would you guys like to do a Zoom like this and actually watch her in action? I'm serious. Because cool. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. And I mean, I'm telling you, I'm not just trying to win brownie points here, because this is the truth. This bitch is a badass here. I'm going to just say it right up. She's a badass. Because,
thank you.
She was rocking out. When we had a discussion about the business and how I said, babe, you need to get on the phone with people. They need to hear your voice. They need to hear your energy. They need to hear your realness. They need to hear your cursing. They need to hear how you're a mother, how you're a sister, how you are a wife. They need to hear that in your voice. That emotion comes out in your voice. It doesn't come out in a freaking Facebook message.
Yeah, I was entirely running my business on Facebook via messaging, and I was getting mediocre results.
Yeah. So, text messaging and Facebook messaging, it's easy to hide behind that. It's hard to get on the phone. But once you do 1, 2, 3 phone calls, you start building momentum, and all of a sudden you're rocking, and you can't wait to make that next phone call. That's what happens. Right, Dee? You want to make that next phone call and talk to the next person, talk to the next person, talk to the next person. And that's when things started happening for her. She made 30 phone calls and I don't know how many days. And out of that, you got what, how many, 5 yeses out of that? Mm-hmm. It's ridiculous, Just imagine if she pushed that to get 5 no's a day, how many more phone calls and how many more yeses she would get out of that. Yeah. So I think we should set up a day where Denise makes her phone calls with people. You guys listen in on how she does it, and maybe pick some pointers off of that. So because I got some good stuff just listening in the other room when I'm washing dishes, listening to her rock her business. So just so you get an idea about that.
Thank you.
Moving on. Like I said, because what I learned was that she listens with the intent to understand the other person. Not listen just to get your word in, not listen for a point for you to get your word in and say what you want to say. No, slow down. That's what I wrote back there. Slow down to speed up. Slow down to speed up. Slow down what you're saying. Slow down your questioning and listen. Listen to what their pain is. Listen to what their goals are. Listen to what they're struggling with. And then the more you listen, the more you're able to understand what their needs are. You don't know what their needs are until you listen to them. Listen to what they struggle with. If it's money, you got a business opportunity for them. If it's weight loss, if it's whatever, we have a solution to fix their needs. So you have to listen and pay attention to that. Okay, I went a little long there, but it's important that I get that out. So number 1, listen with respect, be attentive. Number 2, relate to them. Okay? If they have an objection, relate to them. The more you can relate to a person, the more you build connective tissue with them. Here's my point. Everything that your prospect is struggling with, you struggle with the same thing. Right? If your prospect is struggling with, I don't know how to work out. I don't know how to eat properly. I don't know what healthy eating is. I don't know what to do. I don't have the time. I got kids. I got that. Listen, you guys all struggle with the same thing. And guess what? You all figured it out. Right? So you relate to that person. You listen to their story. and you relate to them. Say, hey, listen, I was the same way. I understand your story, and I feel your pain. I feel the same. I feel the same way because of X, Y, and Z. And then you tell your story. You tell your story about how you had the same struggles that your prospect did, and that builds the connection. That builds the connective tissue. Okay. So, for example, if, like Denise said about time, and she spoke with a prospect the other day, I was listening to her speak. How about, if you have, the woman said, I make 2 different meals every day. I make meals for my husband and me, and I make the kids something different, and I'll never have time when I get home from work, and blah, 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 blah. And she goes, well, have you thought about meal prepping? You make, meals, and then when you come home from work, get your workout in, and you sit down for dinner with your husband afterwards. She related, and she said, that's what I do. We meal prep in the beginning of the week. We set it down, and then when we have time, we sit down together. That's why we don't have to worry about it. It saves us time. So you tell your story after you relate to them. And then the last thing is ask a question. If I, would you? The number one question in all of network marketing is if I, would you? Write that down. That's vitally important. Write that down. If I, would you? I know I've said it 100 times here. You're going to ask the question, if I showed you a way to save some time so you're able to come home and get your workout done, would you be ready to get started? If I showed you how I plan my meals, would you, want to listen to that? If I sent you a video that explained how we do this challenge group, would you be able to watch it and listen to it? Whatever. If I, would you? Okay. So let me recap the 4 steps on handling objections. It's a formula. Listen with respect. Be attentive. Relate to them. Relate to their pain. Tell your story on how you related to their pain. Then ask the question, if I, would you? When you relate to somebody, your story, your struggles with their struggles, it kind of brings it tears the walls down a little bit. When you let them know how you were able to pay the same price that they're about to pay for their challenge pack and how it helped you, then that objection kind of goes away. And then on top of that, throw in the money back guarantee. Say, hey, listen, if you are absolutely certain that this is going to help you lose the 10 pounds that you've been dying to lose for the past 6 years, after the 30 days, you're going to lose those 10 pounds. If you're absolutely certain about that, would you be ready to get started? If not, you get a full money back guarantee 100%. So you got nothing to lose. When you put it out to them like that, it's really hard for them to say no. It's really hard. And if they do, then so what? Move on. We can't be, attached to that outcome. Oh my God, feel so attached to what they have to say. If they're truly ready, not ready, then later on, 6 months down the line, they may be ready. So that's my quick thing on objections. Hopefully that helped. Hopefully that made some things a little bit clear. So I'm going to toss it over to Mama D here. We're going to talk about finishing the month strong.
All right, guys. So we have this amazing all access challenge pack deal. It's going away in May. So we only have it for 1 more week. You want everybody to take advantage of this because they're going to save a lot of money. They're going to save a lot of money. What I've been doing all week, all month, is hitting up all of my no's and my maybes and letting them know that, hey, I'm here. I've been thinking about you. I'm sorry, I've been a little busy, but now I have some time. When are you available so we can talk about your goals? Because I want to get them on the phone. I don't want to spend another 3 days going back and forth via private message because your time is precious. Mm-hmm. Okay? The more you're messaging back with all these people, the less opportunity you have to help someone else. Okay? So get them on the phone. When is a good time to discuss goals? Because I have your whole year planned out for you. And this is what all access does for you. It gives you a chance to promise someone that you will be by their side all year long, regardless if they stay on Shakeology or not. That's not important. What's important is that they get results. Because when they get results, guess what happens? You get street cred. You can brag on those results. And people are attracted to that. When they see that you're the real deal and you're getting results and you're not bullshitting, they want you to help them. Okay? So who gives a shit if this person cancels their Shakeology after their first 30 days? You still work with them, because it's going to come a point where they're going to realize that while they were on Shakeology, they had amazing results, they felt amazing energy, and they want to get back on. Then you let them know, order it whenever you're ready. Oh, but it's so expensive. Okay, we have a discount account. Have you heard about that? You can save 25%. That's when you can go in with that, because you know what? It is amazing. Even if this person never wants to work the business ever, 25% off of Shakeology, who doesn't want that? It's selfish not to share that with people.
Yeah.
Okay, guys? So you got to get them on the phone. Nothing's going to happen. Another thing is ask a lot of questions. And I know we say this all the time, but this is so important. So this is my little book, right? When I sit down, I write the person's name, and then I write in all caps, form and ing, because I'm forming this person. Okay? I'm going to ask them about their family. Okay? And then I'm taking notes. I zip it. I ask them about their occupation. They can talk 15, 20 minutes about their occupation. I'm listening. Okay? Recreation, what do you like to do for fun? That's when you can also stick in. So do you like dance cardio? Or would you rather strength train? That's when you can stick that in, okay? And then you leave them with a message. What are you gonna do for them? Okay? That's how you form somebody. And that can take 30 minutes, maybe it can take an hour, but you block out that time and you listen with everything, because you are changing this person's life and you are promising them a dream of success. So you give them that time. You give them that time. Don't ever be in a rush. Dave was on a call earlier and he was washing dishes.
Yeah,
and I was like,
I'm going to tell that story too, because
he was washing dishes. And at the end of that call, he knew he blew it.
Yeah.
He knew he blew it. You know, so I want you guys to understand that we're not selling anything. We're changing people's lives. Okay? We're not selling anything. We are changing their lives. All they're doing is purchasing their tools because they need their tools, right? In order to change their life. Okay? Hey, Sandia. I didn't see you hop on.
So to touch on that a little bit, to help with that, a little mindset. And if you guys notice the belief in Denise's voice, the passion behind it, that's posture. That comes out on everybody she speaks with because she believes in it 100%, as I do, and as I'm sure all of you do. That posture comes off to that person on the other side of the phone. Then they say, "Wow, this chick knows her shit, and I want to be with her." That's why she draws them in. I'm sorry about that, little one. But I'm going to give you guys a little mind hack, okay, that's going to help you. Number one is to get out of your own way, get on the phone. Get on the phone, let this person hear your voice, get on the phone. Before you get on the phone, here's the mind hack here, okay? Before you get on the phone, before you dial that number, I want you to get that person's face in your mind and say, I'm going to change this person's life. I'm going to figure out how I'm going to change your life. And then dial that number. Okay? Have that in your mind when you're speaking to this person. That your intention is to help them change their life and help them realize their goals and get them to where they want to be. And you're going to make that happen for them because you're going to be there for the whole entire year, no matter what. And just want to give you guys a little bit on that call, how I messed up. I had spoken to this prospect before, and I spent a long time speaking to her about Beachbody On Demand and the All Access and how it works and everything. And she was all excited. And I sent her, the link on how to sign up, and crickets. She didn't click the link. So today I followed up with her, and I was such in a rush, getting this done, that done, washing dishes, putting this away, doing that. At the same time, let me get some, the phone call done. So I had the earbuds in my ears. I'm trying to multitask and do everything at once. Bad idea. Very, very bad idea. Focus on this person. Give this person your 100% attention because it's not fair. Their time should be everything. Their life should be everything to you because you need to make them feel like they're the most important person in the world at that moment. And I didn't do that. So I came across salesy. I came across like I was pitching, and I said, here, check this link out. And I know I'm never going to make that sale. I know I'm not. I messed up. So I could have taken that a whole different way, because my intention was, here's what I'm going to tell you. She wanted the all access pass, but she said that, you know, Shakeology was a little too expensive. My intention was to show her how, hey, you know, you can get Shakeology for $60. With the all access challenge pack, you get your Shakeology for the first 30 days, right? But I totally messed that up. Instead of asking the question, I should have asked her, hey, I know Shakeology, you said you like it, but it's a little too pricey. If I showed you a way that you can get Shakeology for $60, would you be ready to get started? Again, that question, if I would you. If I would have asked her that question, what do you think her answer would have been? Oh, you know what?
Shakeology for $60?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. But I didn't. I effed that one up. So lesson learned. There's no good experiences, no bad experiences, only learning experiences, right? So I learned from that. And Denise overheard me. So I had a coachable moment there. She sat me down and said, hey, next time try it this way. And that's it. I'm good to go. So little story about, you know, my day today. That is Christina.
She's scribbling over there.
Yeah, she's scribbling over there. Rapid fire notes. Guys, but she's listening.
Just smile really quick because I want to take a picture.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody smile. I want to see pretty faces. Okay. Got it.
All right. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Yeah, that was like quick and to the point, yes. Right? How do you guys feel? Listen, we still have a whole week, and I started a challenge group and added a few yous in there. And it's a good time to actually tell people that you have this group already going. There's 2 waves, one starting tomorrow, one starting next week. You can still have time to purchase your tools. Don't worry about rushing. Just come in so you can get the information, because what we plan on doing is preparing everybody. So we want to prepare everybody. So even if they have to wait till Friday, because Friday's payday, it's okay. They'll still have their all access on demand immediately to start the following Monday, you know? And just be amazing. We're leaving Thursday. We plan on like Hootsuiting the hell out of everything.
Yeah.
We're gonna Hootsuite everything. But we will have availability to actually go live from over there. We just have to make sure we call our carrier.
Yeah, we'll share a couple of things.
Go live
with you guys,
pictures and share things with you guys. And I want everybody in here right now to do their best to be on this Success Club trip next year.
Word.
Okay? Do your best to go to Success Club trip next year. Another thing is Dave and myself are planning a diamond retreat.
Yeah. And
everybody who goes diamond in 2017 and early 2018 is going on this retreat with us. Okay? All right, guys.
There you go.
That's all I have.
All right. So do you guys have any questions, comments? I'm going to open up the line here. That was pretty, rapid fire there, but hopefully you guys got a lot of information. Again, this is recorded, so I'm going to post this up in both team pages as soon as it downloads, so you guys can have as a reference, okay? Any questions, comments, concerns out there?
Did you cut your hair, Rebecca?
I colored it.
Oh, okay.
I cut it like in February, and it's growing, but I colored it more recently.
You have like a halo going on.
I got a little lamp here, and they have that one, and I got one there. And
it's all about the lighting. All right, guys. So I think we're good.
Good to go, everybody. All right. No questions. All right, guys. Last week of the month, go rock it out. Make some friends, build relationships, and go change some lives.
Word up.
All right, guys. Have a good night, and we'll talk to you soon.